What's up, everyone? It's your favorite terrible streamer, Scotty Wags9, coming back with another YouTube video. Today we did a little bit of a ranking of Disney movies. Had a ton of fun doing this, reminiscing, going down memory lane. It was a great time. Do all the things that you're supposed to do, like subscribe, whatever, and I would greatly appreciate it. And always remember to be kind. Enjoy. So I'm hyped about this, man. So would love your comments while we're doing this, but without further ado, I want to get into it because this is going to be so much fun. Like I said, I love Disney movies. It's probably like my favorite. Like, I don't know if you call it like a genre of movie or whatever that may be, but Disney movies are for me. Anything that I put in D is something that I haven't seen. So there's probably like 4 or 5 in here that I have not seen. So we'll throw those in D. Nothing will be lower than a C that I have seen. So we'll go S, A, B, C. I still think it's weird that there's an S tier. I still don't really understand what that means, but we'll cross that. So without further ado, let's kick it off, right? Mulan. This is one of my wife's favorite movies. I've seen like a lot of it, so I know a lot about the movie. I don't know that I've ever like sat down and watched it all the way through. But we're going to put this in B for me just because it's not my type of movie. I like it. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I feel like it's a pretty average movie for Disney. So, yeah. Aladdin. I mean, what are you going to even say? This has to go in the S tier. This is probably one of my top 3 favorite Disney movies of all time. Just absolutely love it. I understand Toy Story's in here. That's Pixar, right? I guess it's technically Disney now. But Aladdin is the absolute best. Robin Williams as Genie is just iconic. So hilarious from start to finish. I love it. Repeat with Toy Story. I mean, one of the all-time greats. I saw this movie in theaters, actually with like my daycare. So that kind of shows you how old that I am. But love Toy Story. Tim Allen and Tom Hanks, just there couldn't be a better duo. The comedic genius in this movie is absolutely hilarious. Still holds up, 30 years later or whatever it's been that it came out. So maybe not quite 30, probably like 25. So yeah. Chicken Little, not a lot to say about Chicken Little. I saw it a long time ago. Whatever. Meet the Robinsons. So this has one of the funniest trailers I've ever seen in my entire life, right? So the trailer to this movie had the T-Rex going, I have a big head and little arms. Dude, me and my friend Teresa and I thought that was like the funniest thing ever. I've seen this movie. I like it. It's funny. It's not great. We're going to put it in like the B tier. It feels kind of weird putting that next to Mulan. But we'll get there. The Emperor's New Groove. Dude, super underrated Disney movie. I think this is so funny. When he turns into a llama and David Spade is the voice of the Emperor. Just classic, man. Just a classic movie. We'll put that in the A tier. The Little Mermaid. Obviously, a lot has been going on with The Little Mermaid, especially given that they're doing like a live action Little Mermaid. I love The Little Mermaid. My grandma Nita, and I went and saw this movie. They like re-released it in theaters, and we went and saw it. Love The Little Mermaid. That's going in the A tier as well. Hercules, man, great movie. Really funny. I love the singing. I can't remember what they're called, but I love that part of it. I think it's a really cool movie. Obviously tells the story of Hercules as well. So I'm going to put that in the B tier. It's not like quite up at that level of like Little Mermaid and whatnot. And it's definitely not S tier. So we'll get it there. Hunchback of Notre Dame. I'm putting it in C. I never personally liked it. Like it didn't do it for me when I was watching. I never was like, it never got me. There was never that like, I'm hooked in moment to this movie. So Hunchback of Notre Dame going in the C tier. Tarzan's okay. We're gonna go Tarzan in the C tier as well. The music from Tarzan, S tier soundtrack for the music in Tarzan. But overall, as the movie, like Phil Collins on the soundtrack, love it. But the movie doesn't do it for me. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. I know I know it is J-Bone, but like I love both of these movies, so that's why I want to put like both of them in the A tier because I personally think they're both great. Um, Frozen is going in the S tier. I actually just saw this Frozen the musical like performed live at the Dallas Performing Arts Center or whatever it's called. Absolutely love Frozen. I think it's hilarious. Olaf is a top tier character. Anna and Elsa, great. The singing, the songs, everybody knows all of the songs to this movie by heart. So Frozen's got to go S tier for me. I have never seen Atlantis. I've never seen Treasure Planet. I've seen Brother Bear. I hate it. It's going in the C tier. Beauty and the Beast. This is my all-time favorite Disney movie. This is going S tier. I actually saw this when I was 10 years old. I saw it on Broadway in New York. Oh, you can't see it. It's up in this corner. But it's from the Broadway. Actually, you can't here. Let me go full cam. And let's see if this will turn far enough to do it. So that is an autographed Beauty and the Beast from Broadway poster. And I absolutely love Beauty and the Beast. Like I said, it is my all-time favorite Disney movie. That is for sure going in the S tier. Pocahontas. I don't really know what to think about Pocahontas. Saw it as a kid, saw it as I was a little bit older. It's pretty problematic, honestly, when you look at like today's world. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna put it in B because I do remember liking it when I was a kid, but I don't remember a ton of it. But when I did watch it a little older, I was like, wow, this movie doesn't really hold up. I've never seen Home on the Range. Oliver and Company, definite B. Just a family friendly. Loved that when I was a kid. Thought it was like the cutest movie ever. Just a great movie. Just a great movie. Every kid should see this movie. Never saw this Fantasia. Never saw Black Cauldron. The Fox and the Hound. Hated it when I was a kid. Never revisited it as an adult. So we're gonna put that in the C tier. Just didn't do it for me. Zootopia, hilarious. Sloth character, top tier. The Rabbit and the Fox. I love Zootopia. My wife loves Zootopia. We've probably seen it a million times. Really enjoy the hell out of Zootopia. Aristocats. I've seen like part of it. I've never seen the whole thing. It's just not a movie for me. So we'll just go C tier. I recently watched with my goddaughter The Rescuers Down Under, and hold on, I gotta text my mother-in-law back. I recently watched The Rescuers Down Under with my goddaughter. Again, kind of problematic. This would have been like A tier for me if I was just going on like what I remember from watching as a kid. I'm going to put it in the B area. It's a great movie, but man, there are some like cringe, hard to watch moments in that. The Great Mouse Detective, we'll go B. I kind of put it on that same level as Rescuers Down Under. It's like okay. Never really got like super into it, so we'll leave that one in the B tier. Sleeping Beauty, talking about problematic movies and boring movies. C tier, don't love it. Kissing an underage girl while she's sleeping. I mean, we can't like be okay with that. So, Robin Hood, seen the cartoon, like it. Robin Hood Men in Tights, way better for me. The Jungle Book is going in the A tier. I loved The Jungle Book when I was a kid. I really like The Jungle Book live action that they did a few years ago as well. I thought it was great. Really enjoyed the heck out of that. The Original Rescuers, definitely A tier. I love The Original Rescuers. I think it's a great movie. Bianca and what is it, Bernard? They're just such funny characters. They play off each other so well. Just a really really great cartoon movie. Love them taking off and flying with the eagle all the time as like their mode of transportation. I just think it's hilarious. The Sword and the Stone, S tier. Maybe a bit controversial with the S tier for The Sword and the Stone. But I love The Sword and the Stone. I love going to Disney and trying to pull the sword out of the stone. Merlin is great. I just thought this was the coolest movie. I probably watched this movie 1,000 times when I was a kid. Snow White definitely going in the A tier. Also a little problematic and a little bit weird. But it's a classic. It's one of the all-time greats, so I love it. 101 Dalmatians also going to be going in the A tier. I love 101 Dalmatians. I actually really liked Cruella, where they did the reboot with with Emma. Was that Emma Stone? Yeah. Thought it was great. Just thought it was a fun movie. But 101 Dalmatians, one of my favorites as a kid. Have it on VHS. I should actually count like what of these I had on VHS. Yeah. Wreck-It Ralph. It's fine. We'll go with never even heard of The Sword and the Stone. J-Bone, what are you doing? I need you to go to Disney Plus and watch that tonight. That's must watch this evening. Never saw. What is this? I don't know if this is like I love Winnie the Pooh, but I don't know what the hip hop parade. Never even heard of it. Lady and the Tramp, never dug it. Cinderella, putting it in there as a classic, as a B, but not really for me. I hate Bambi. I cried when I was a kid. I hate Bambi. It's too sad. It's too awful. I don't want to watch it. I know a lot of Disney movies are sad, but it's just not for me. I can't stand Bambi. Pinocchio's kind of a weird one. I remember liking this when I was a kid, and I remember being all about it, but I feel like it's kind of weird, right? I think I'm gonna go with B tier for Pinocchio. Peter Pan, all-time classic. Did Peter Pan in 6th grade. I was in Peter Pan the Musical, and I was John, and I was the stand-in for Peter Pan as well. Damn you, Clint. You stole my thunder. I'm pissed. Could have been a great actor in Hollywood by now, but you stole it from me. I love Peter Pan. One of the greats. One of my friends is actually obsessed with Peter Pan, has Peter Pan tattoos. It's her favorite of all of it. There's not VHS evidence. I don't know, maybe Random Lake Middle School recorded that when I was a kid, but I guess we'll just have to leave it out there. Dumbo, not for me. Don't like Dumbo, not it. Complete opposite end of the spectrum. One of my all-time favorite movies. Love Alice in Wonderland. Love the Johnny Depp remake. When Disney Plus first came out, Alice in Wonderland was the first movie that we watched. It is one of my all-time favorite movies. It is such a trip. Watched it many times in college under the influence of, some stuff. Love Alice in Wonderland. Cheshire Cat, just clutch. Fantasia, I'm putting in the A tier. I love Fantasia. It's really, really cool. Great music in it. The storytelling in it is really compelling and fun. Just really, really dig Fantasia. Never saw Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Did love Mr. Toad's Wild Ride at Disney World, but have never seen Ichabod and Mr. Toad. I'm just going to get rid of the ones I haven't seen. Haven't seen that either. Big Hero 6 is an interesting one because I saw this a little bit later. I saw this a little bit later than when it came out, like years and years and years. And my wife was like, "Oh, it's such a good movie! It's such a good movie!" And finally, like one day, we sat down and watched it. I think it was actually at the beginning of COVID. Really, really liked Big Hero 6. Thought it was a great movie. That's going in the A tier. Just really enjoyed the heck out of Big Hero 6. Just thought it was a fun, good movie. Obviously sad when his bro dies and things like that. Spoiler alert, my bad. But great movie. Tangled, also saw this somewhat recently. And I'm going to throw this in the A tier. I thought Tangled was really good. The story of Rapunzel, and just a really funny movie, super underrated. Just a really, really, really good time. Also, another good time movie. I liked The Princess and the Frog. The music in it is great. The storytelling in it is great. I'm excited that they're revamping Splash Mountain to be Princess and the Frog centric. So I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my god, you can't change it. It's a classic. And Splash Mountain is probably my favorite ride of all time at Disney. But I'm excited to see what they do with the new ride. Let's go Bolt here. I'm gonna put Bolt in C. I remember watching it. This is like always on at like the dentist's office or some shit like that. I've seen that first action scene in the movie about 500 times, and I don't know that I've seen the entire movie, but it never did it for me. Some controversial. Let's get before we get controversial. Lion King. What do you even have to say? Simba, Nala. Saw this. The Milwaukee Performing Arts Center did this live off Broadway. Lion King. Absolutely incredible. Love the cartoon. Live action. But the cartoon is the original Lion King is so clutch, man. It's such great storytelling. Timon and Pumbaa are incredible. Everything, the Lion King live show at Disney at Animal Kingdom is absolutely fantastic. I love it. Have so much fun every year going to see it. So this is where we get a little bit controversial. I know there is like a cult following for this movie. Yeah, appreciate you, J-Bone. Lilo and Stitch is going like... I'm going to put it in B. I don't like Lilo and Stitch. Oh, it's awesome. Tits on Broadway. Okay, yes. It definitely was. It definitely was. I don't really like Lilo and Stitch. It's just not like... I know people love Lilo and Stitch and think it's like one of the best. I saw somebody the other day actually on Twitter, and this is kind of what inspired me to do this, was they were talking about Lilo and Stitch as one of like the greatest movies of all time. And I don't get it. It's fun. It's okay. Doesn't do it for me. And then Moana. S tier. We gotta end with the S tier Moana. It is such a fun movie, such a good movie. Absolutely great from start to finish. The songs in it, The Rock is amazing. I love the song when they're with the crab as well. Like, I just think Moana is so hilarious, dude. So that's the Disney movie rankings.